Then the females fall so the men may have trophies. The babies run screaming from the smell of their own mother's blood, but it does them no good to run from the guns. Silently, with no one to nurse them, they will die too, and all their bones bleach in the sun. In the midst of so much death, the elephants could just give up. All they have to do is drop to the ground. That is enough. They don't need a bullet. Nature has given them the dignity to lie down and find their rest. But they remember their ancient pact and their pledge to us, which is sacred. So the elephants march on, and every tread beats out words in the dust. Watch, learn, love. Watch, learn, love. Can you hear them? One day in shame, the ghosts of 10,000 lords of the plain will say, "We do not hate you. Don't you see at last? We were willing to fall so that you, dear small ones, will never fall again." Okay. Now, everybody open up to page 741. In your literature books. No, you three are ready. This is homework too. Two more seconds. 741.
Danny?
Don't worry about how much time you have. Okay. So this is another story about an elephant, and then we're going to discuss this. Whatever we don't finish today, we're going to discuss on Monday. This one's just called The Elephant. I will remember what I was. I am sick of rope and chain. I will remember my ill strength and all my forest affairs. I will not sell my back to man for a bundle of sugar cane. I will go out to my own kind and the wood folk in their lairs. I will go out until the day, until the morning break, out to the wind's untainted kiss, the water's clean caress. I will forget my ankle ring and snap my picket stake. I will revisit my lost loves and playmates masterless. So what do you guys think is similar between these two stories? Besides the fact that they're elephants. Which I know is probably what you were going to say. What's similar between the two, Brian?
They both talk about how to treat the elephants.
And how do they treat the elephants? Bad? Okay, Ariana?
They both, they both say that they protect the people in the area.
Okay. What about where the elephants are?
And the savannas.
What?
And the savannas.
In the savannas? Which one are they in the savannas? Is it both of them? Is it one of them? Which one? Let's read that again. I will forget my ankle ring and snap my picket stake. I will revisit my lost loves and playmates masterless. Yes. Talk to me after class. So what does it mean when you're masterless? Okay. What about the elephants in here? Are they masterless? They're used as slaves, right? Is there any time when they are masterless?
At first.
At first, right? So somebody summarize in 3 sentences what the poem was about, or the short story, whatever you want to call it. Some people would call it a poem, because he actually had poems like this that were made into songs. Some people would call this a short story. So somebody tell me in 3 sentences what this one was about, the handout that I gave you. Somebody besides Brian or Brianna. And Melvin, because you're supposed to be writing. You guys, you 3 aren't leaving until I see what you've written. Come on, guys. Summarize. 3 lines, 3 sentences. What happened in the story? Jesus. Say it really loud so Miss Veridiana, who's really, really old, can hear you. I'm not old.
Yes, you are.
Come on, say it really loud.
Talks about how
So, what are they saying in this story? What do the elephants decide to do? Stand up, right? Okay. Somebody besides the ones that talk all the time. Tell me what you think. How did this make you feel? Genesis? How did this make you feel?
It makes me feel glad that they decide to stand up.
Why does it make you feel glad that they decided to stand up?
Because it shows that that nothing can bring it down.
Okay. Why does it make you sad?
Because they were once free, but they decided to be nice to the people, and now they're free.
So, what do you say is the difference between this one and the story in your book?
This one really has more.
Somebody besides you two. Alexis, what would you say is different between the two stories? Think about the elephants themselves. What's different about them in each story?
The elephant in the book, he's tired of being sitting back, and in the short story, they're used to it, I guess.
They're used to it. Do they do anything in the short story? What do they do? Angel? It's up to the beginning. Then the elephants put their grizzled heads together and pondered. What kind of example could they show to man? Why do they need to set an example? Yes?
To show that they're strong.
To show that they're strong. Why else do you think they would set an example? Leslie?
And then won't like keep them against it.
Okay. Good.
To show the elephants that they're caring for others.
That they're caring for others. Do you guys know what it's like for an elephant in captivity?
No. Yes, I've seen one. They use their
How
toes.
much area do they usually have to roam around?
Small. Not
Why
like,
is it
like a
the room?
small area.
So would you like to be in that small area? No. Do you guys understand what they mean when they're talking about a wild elephant?
Oh, it's like a big field to make a run around.
So Africa would be like a really big field, right? Okay. Have you guys ever heard of the African Queen?
No.
No? Okay. Have you guys ever been to the Wax Museum over in Hollywood? Have you ever heard of it?
Yes.
Never heard of the Wax Museum?
I
did.
There is a wax museum over at in Hollywood, like at Hollywood and Highlands, and one of the wax figures in there is Katharine Hepburn and Humphrey Bogart, and they made a movie with John Huston called The African Queen, and they actually nearly died one day when they decided to go out hunting elephants, and wild elephants are a lot different than the ones that you see in the zoo. So that's where we're going to stop for today, but don't make noise. I want everybody to get their agendas out. Write this down.
I did.
You already did?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. See how mine is all marked up?
Yeah.
I want you guys to go through it, kind of like we did with peer review. I want you guys to mark up your handout. Something doesn't make sense, or something sticks out to you. I want you to mark it down. Circle it, box it, write something in the sides. Then I want you to reread The Elephant, which is what we just read in the book. And then I want you to read a new story, The People Could Fly. All three of them are similar in certain ways. So I want you, your homework is to come up with 2 recurring themes from all 3. You have to have it written down, and you have to bring it in on Monday.
Also, summary is in, and unfortunately, this week our attendance rate was below 96%. So therefore, we will not have a dress day tomorrow. Tomorrow is uniform, so make sure all of you come in the proper uniform, navy blue and
When she's
white.
done, don't move
Thank
from your
you,
seats.
and have
I
a
still want to
wonderful
talk to you.
afternoon today.
Students, if you were assigned to the intervention program, we will have intervention today to make up for last Monday. So please days. Also, students, if you lost a phone, I found a phone, you can pick it up in my office. If you found a phone and you would like to return it, please turn it in to me in my office. Thank you.
Okay, so you guys,
All right, you do understand that tomorrow you will not have homeroom or first period at the beginning of the day. You will go, listen very carefully, it's a special schedule. You will go to period 2 at the beginning of the day. Does everybody understand that? And then every period follows before 3, 4, 5. Then when you get to 6, what will follow will be homeroom and first period. Okay? So it's just the first class we have in the morning tomorrow, it's going to be on the back. Okay.
okay, you guys, hold on. Hey, I'm not done yet. I want you to reread the handout that I gave you. I want you to reread the elephant and then read this new homework. I want you to come up with 2 recurring themes that happen in all 3 stories. I've read all 3. There are recurring themes. I want you guys to find 2. You have to bring it in. It's part of your assignment. I will be grading you. And I want to see this written down on your agendas before you leave the classroom today. And what is your recurring
All right, Salty, come in. You okay? And a beard. Not yet.
When's your final draft? Are you already
Tomorrow, sure. How much you want to bet?
Alright, bet you find it.
recurring theme
No,
that
I'm not kissing my time. Alright, run.
Let's go on a record. So, yeah, so your recurring themes, I want you to
Eric,
shoot down.
they may not use it all, period, so.
What?
Wait.
Yeah, bring in the revised draft.
What's the last, what's the fifth level?
So everybody, which final draft? Okay.
Okay.
Thesis statement is what your student.
What happened to the sign-in sheet?
It disappeared somewhere, I don't know.
Bring it over here.
You're gonna say.
18th is a Monday. 50th? March 50th. Coming up. Me and Miss Guthrie are
Which high school exactly?
we don't know yet. Yeah, it's
So
kind of
when
up
you
in
get
the
there,
air.
you promise me that you come back here and tell us.
We'll come visit once.
You'll have to?
Because we want to see how you guys are doing.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do.
Oh my gosh, it's still taping.